Today we will discuss about section A, that is the reading section in your English paper. So until now we know the syllabus, which consists of a reading section and it has 20 marks allotted. So this is, till now we know this, but it is subject to change. It can change, revised syllabus can be there, and we are not sure of that. So we will proceed with the knowledge that we have 20 marks for reading section until the syllabus is lessened by CPSC. So how much marks? 20 marks will be there. And this section will have 2 unseen passages. How many? 2. 2 passage. One will be a factual one. Another will be a discursive passage. So the factual passage will have 8 objective type questions, each having 1 marks. Multiple choice questions can be there. So 8 marks will be there for the factual passage with 8 objective type questions. And the discursive passage, there will be short answer type questions. What type? Short answer type question where you have to write, and also 4 objective type question. So here will be 8 objective type question, here will be 4 short answers and 4 objective type. So this is the total thing that will have 20 marks, and this will test your vocabulary, your test inference, evolution and analysis. With an example, we will see how this is to be done. First, we will see the factual passage. So it will have how much marks? I have told you. It will have 8 marks. So in this way, a passage will be given. Cages behind thick glass, the most famous dancer in the world, can easily be missed in the National Museum, Delhi. The dancing girl of Mohenjo-daro is that rare artifact that even school children are familiar with. Our school textbooks also communicate the wealth of our 5,000 years heritage of art. You have to be alert to her existence there amid terracotta animals to rediscover this bronze image. This is the first para, and in the examination hall, if you cannot understand any meaning, there will be no one to tell the meaning of the paragraph. So what you have to do at that point, if situation arises that you are unable to understand a paragraph? Firstly, don't get nervous. It's just an objective type questions, and answers are hidden in your passages only. So let us think that we are not able to understand this, and with that weak thought we are going to proceed. Second is written, most of us have seen her only in photographs or sketches. These are known words, photograph, sketches. These are known words, museum, Mohenjo-daro. These words you know. So just hold those words that you can understand. If there is certain word that you can't understand, don't waste your time. Just proceed further. So in the second paragraph, it's written, most of us have seen her only in photographs or sketches. Therefore, the impact of actual holding her is magnified in 1,000,000 times over. One discovers that the dancing girl has no feet. She is small, a little over 10 centimeters tall, the length of a human palm, but she surprises us with the power of great art ability to communicate across centuries. If you cannot understand the in-depth meaning, I'm repeatedly telling you, don't waste your time. Just catch the words that you can understand. See the positivity. See those things that you can understand rather than getting nervous on those things that you can't understand. Next is a series of bangles of ivory or thin metal clothed her left upper arm all the way down to her fingers. A necklace with 3 pendants bunched together and a few bangles above the elbow and wrist on the right hand display an almost modern art. She speaks the undaunted, ever hopeful human spirit. She reminds us that it is important to visit museums in our country to experience the impact that a work of an art leaves on our senses, to find among all the riches one particular vision of beauty that speaks to us. So here what I did, I just read the paragraph without explaining a single line. Why? Because in your examination hall, this passage will be an unseen one. And you cannot waste your time, and there will be no one to tell you, okay, this means that, no one. So you have to just read this passage the way I read it, with proper punctuation mark, understanding the words that you can understand and neglecting those words that you cannot. So just after reading it once, I will proceed to what's written beneath it. What is written? On the basis of your reading. So, no explanation word is mentioned. What is the focus point? Reading. Just reading. Nothing else. So, on the basis of your reading, the above passage answer the following question. The dancing girl belongs to. See the questions. In the museum, she's kept among the. See the questions. Okay. Which information is not given in the passage? See the questions. The great art has power because the jewelry she wears consists of what? Okay. She reminds us of what? The synonym word of the word among in para 1 is. The size of the dancing girl is equal to the length of human palm. Is it true or false? So, for the first question, the dancing girl belongs to. We will just read it. The focus is on what? On reading. No understanding is required here. I'm telling you repeatedly, the questions that are asked, the answers are there in the paragraph in front of you. You do not need to understand the in-depth meaning. You just need to find the answers. That much knowledge, that much time is only to be invested. Don't waste plenty of time here. Just find the answers while you read. So, dancing girl is found where? See, the dancing girl of Mohenjo-daro. So, the first question's answer is, first question was the dancing girl belongs to which? The answer will be Mohenjo-daro. See, here I have given the answer. The answer is A1, Mohenjo-daro. Next question is, in the museum, she is kept among. So, now what we have to find? We have to find where are the words museum and if we could see it. So, here see cages behind the thick glass, the most famous dancing mist of National Museum. To see any other thing, our textbooks also communicate the wealth of 50,000 heritage. You will be alert to her existence. See, here about her existence. Her existence is mentioned amid terracotta animals. Amid terracotta animals. So, in the middle of the terracotta animals. To rediscover the bronze image. So, now we know that she is there with the terracotta animals. So, let us see the answer. In the museum, she is kept among. Any of this answer is mentioned? Do you think dancing figure is mentioned, bronze statue is mentioned, books is mentioned, or terracotta animals is mentioned? If you cannot find the right answer, you can always do the just neglect the wrong options, because you have not seen this, you have not seen this there, you have not seen bronze statue there, if you have not seen the books there, so by default it will be the terracotta. So, if you cannot even find the right answer, try to just omit the negative answers. Try to just neglect the negative answer and you will automatically get the right answer. Similarly, which information is not given in the passage? See, the girl is caged behind glass. She is a rare artifact. School books communicate the wealth of heritage. She cannot be discovered as she is bronze. So we have to find all these things there, that which information is not given. Means which information is not given means the 3 information among this will be given and 1 information will be not given. The question is not given. So we have to find one option from here, one option which is not mentioned. And the other 3 options, what will be among the other 3 options? They will be mentioned. So we have to see which 3 options are mentioned here. The girl is caged behind the grass. She is a rare artifact. So we will move with these 2 things. Caged and artifact. Just see if you can find all these things here. Just search and see if you can find these things here. Just use a rare artifact. So we have to read the passage again in this way, and we have to find out that what is mentioned and what is not mentioned. Like, see, he is small, she is a great art. See, she is a great art, the power of the great art. Okay, resides on bangles of ivory on him, a necklace with 3 pendants. Just read the passage. So she cannot be rediscovered as she is bronze. So do you think anything about this line is mentioned? School books communicate the wealth of our heritage. This is mentioned over here. You can see textbooks is mentioned. You have to be alert for our school textbooks also communicate the wealth of our 5,000 year heritage. So this is also mentioned. But this is also mentioned that it is in our textbook. This is mentioned. It is a rare artifact. It is mentioned. So we have already got 2 points. The girl is caged behind the glass. Beginning is there. So we have got all these 3 things. So which one is missing among these? Which one is missing? This one. So this will be the right answer. Next, great art has power because. Similarly, you have to find the keyword great art as it is written in inverted comma. So you have to find where in the passage great art is mentioned. So read the first passage, read the second passage, and you will see great art is mentioned over here. But then read the line that what is written. Power of great art, the ability to communicate across the century. See, it appeals to us despite a passage of time. So what we read here? Ability to communicate across centuries. Centuries means time. So the options were, it appeals us despite a passage of time. It is small and can be understood. It is seen in picture and sketches. It is a magnified 1,000,000 times. So the line was centuries. So you know the word century. It means it does not mean small. It does not mean pictures. It does not mean magnifying 1,000,000 times. So automatically it will be the passage of time. So it is just that you know that century word is associated with the option passage of time rather than with other options. The jewelry she wears, this information is also given. Then she reminds us of what? That is also the synonym of among in para 1. So now see, if you are unable to find the synonym of among, just be sure that do you think which word will go. You know, just go for every word. You know, cage. Cage does not means among. You know, behind. That does not means among. You know, thick glass. These things does not means among. So just read each and every line and just try to relate that. Do you find any single word that you do not know the meaning? Find that. If you are unaware of the word, that means among. If you don't know, I am telling in that condition. I am telling in the worst condition when you don't know the meaning of a single word, then what you will do? then you will just search words that do you know the meaning of these words. Do you think that heritage will mean among? Do you think that art will mean among? Do you think that alert will mean among? So if you just go through the first para, as it is written that the word is in first para, so go through all the words in the first para and just see if you are unaware of a word that means among. So you will find that you know all the meaning. This is because this is a very easy paragraph, and the paragraphs that will be given to you will also be easy. So you will just there will be 90% words that you know. So if you know the meaning of existence, if you know the meaning of familiar, if you know that all these things do not mean the word among, then you will know that it is the word amid. That probably you don't know. You probably don't know. Many of you are unaware of the word amid. So the word amid will be among. It means among, and if you cannot find any other word, if you are sure that in that paragraph no other word means among, then it will be the word that you don't know. So in this way, with omissions also, that is, by omitting the words that you know, by omitting the options that you know, you can find the correct option. So all the time, if it is not possible for you to take the correct option, then just remove the wrong options first. The size of the dancing girl is equal to the human palm. So this is true. So I just mean to tell you that in the factual passages, all the questions that is given to you, that will be what? The answers will be hidden in the passage itself. You do not need to search for those information somewhere else, because all the answers will be in the passage. You do not need to understand the in-depth meaning of every single thing in the passage. You just need to read the passage. You just need to read line by line with full concentration, with the questions in mind. And in that way, what will happen? You will just find out that which question means what. Next is a discursive passage. So here again a passage is written as a family sets off home after many arguments. So just catch the words which you know, which you think are important, like argument. There is a moment of fool as the car takes off. So they are going in a car, okay? All together we are going for dinner. So they are going for what? Dinner. These things are catchwords that you can already understand when you are reading once. These are the catchwords that you can catch. Ask the driving wheel. So someone is driving. What allows the chaos in a multiple voice? So multiple voice, many people are there. So in this way, just read the passage. By the time order is restored, so someone is giving order and decision is arrived. So decision making is happening. Tempers have risen. So people are becoming angry, feeling injured, and there at least one person grumbling. So one person is not so satisfied. So these are the catch thing that you can understand by reading a story just once. 20 years ago, you would step out of home, decision of mill and venue already met with no arguments or opposition, and everybody looked forward at the meal with equal enthusiasm. So now you know this is what we are talking about 20 years ago. There was no decision making thing was going on in terms of who will have what meal and what will happen. The decision was made by the head of the family and others fell in line. So something about decision making is going on. We could get that smell of that thing here. Today, every member of the family has an easy in every decision, which also promotes a sense of togetherness and bonding. So now we know that the thing which is talked about here is that how decision making happens in today's generation, and how previously it was only the head of the family who used to take the major decisions. So now, as decision making is an individual right, as every person decides, so it infuses what? It infuses togetherness and bonding. We empower our kids to take their own decision from a very early age. So we know now kids empowerment about kids. This is what we are going to read now. Age asks them the cushion they prefer, the movie they want to see, the holiday they wish to go on, and the subjects they wish to study. So individual decision making is given here prominence. It's closely connected world out there where children consult and guide each other. A partner's well-meaning advice can sound like nothing more than unnecessary preaching. How then do we reach our children through all the conflicting views and make the voice of reason be heard? So if you can't understand, just read and try to understand that what is the main material that is going on. Children today question choices and refer to go with the flow. So children today ask questions. What then is the best path to take? So now they're telling what is the best path that should be taken. I would say the most important thing that one can do is listen. So importance is given to listen. Listen to your children and say their silence. Listen to the children and also listen to their silence, because the children's silence also speaks a lot of things. Ensure that you keep some time aside for them. Insist that they share their stories with you. Insist that the children should share whatever is happening with them. They should share with you also. So these are the things. This is the overview. At that point in the examination hall, maybe you could just understand this much. Maybe the situation is that you are unable to understand in-depth thing. Though I'm repeatedly telling you the paragraphs will be very easy, and 90% of you are so intelligent that I'm sure that you people are going to understand it very nicely. But it is just for the worst condition. If you cannot understand, then what will you do? Just like I told you, you should omit the negative or the wrong options. You should just search for the word. When the synonym is asked, you should just see whether in that paragraph any of the word matches. So in that technique, I'm just telling you what you will do if situation arises that you are unable to understand. But be sure you people are so intelligent that it will be very easy for you to understand, because this is not going to ask you something beyond your limits. Instead, it is going to ask you something which is within your limits, which is very easy for you. So step into their world. Whose world? The children's world. It is not as complicated as it sounds. So saying the children's world is not so much complicated. Instead, it's an easy world. Just a daily half an hour of quality time would do the trick. So you need to spend time with the children. Time. Just catch the word time and just understand with this line that okay, time giving is given an importance over here. So just understand the overview, okay? Just don't go deep into if you are unable to understand. So now the questions are, I have told you 4 short answers and 4 objectives. So among the short answers, see, write one advantage and one disadvantage of allowing every family to be a part of decision process. So how will you write the answer? See, when writing the answer, you need to mention the word advantage, you need to mention the word disadvantage. Otherwise, the examiner can be confused at what you are writing. So if in the question 2 points are given, just write the advantage and the disadvantage, then mention those 2 points in the question also, in the answer also. The advantage is what? The decision-making process promotes togetherness and bonding. That is written in the paragraph. See, this answer is directly taken from the paragraph. No one has inserted any own thought over here. Instead, what they have done, the answers are directly answered from the paragraph itself. And what are the disadvantages? That people feeling heard and at least one person grumbling. You can see over here. Togetherness, bonding, these words are already mentioned over here. And here also injured, grumbling, these words are mentioned. So what we are doing over here? we are answering the questions, taking the answers directly from the passage rather than own innovation. Okay. So when you will write the answer, you will also take the answers directly from the paragraph. You do not need to spend more than enough time over here. You will have to do grammar after that. You will have to do your writing section after that. You will have to do your literature section after that. So time management is very necessary. Just read the paragraph, and while writing answers, take the answers from the paragraph itself. Though the name of this section is Unseen Passage, but trust me, this answers are everything is in front of your eyes. Everything will be in front of your eyes. No answer is hidden over here. So this 20 marks, whatever marks will be here, these are totally in your hand. This is the most important portion where you can score the exact marks after grammar. So whatever answers will be there, everything will be in front of your eyes. You just have to see. This is like a treasure hunt. Answers are there. You just need to write them from the question paper to your answer sheet. So don't get confused. This is the most easiest section of your total English thing, where you can score the highest marks. So now see, these are all these questions are over here. In today's world, what are parents asking their kids? Today's world, parents are asking what? Children's opinion. You have seen these things, so their opinions. Now see, questions, movies to watch. All these things are hidden in the paragraph. They are just taking the answers and writing. Just copying the paragraphs from the question paper and writing in the answer sheet. The passage supports the parents. How far do you agree with the author's view? This question, how far do you agree with the author's view? Support your view with the reason. Now see, what is written? The passage is about good parenting in modern world. This answer can be your own. Okay. His views are very relevant today. The new generation is more exposed to the world and more open compared to the old generation. They openly express their likes and dislikes. At least from reading the paragraph, you know that this is about the opinion taking, decision making of modern generation, where comparison is done with the older generation. So you can write your view. Yes, you like it. No, you don't like it. Whatever the view is, just clearly express. This is about your proper sentence construction, and you like it or dislike it, your opinion. If your opinion is negative, then also you're going to get marks. If your opinion is positive, then also you are going to get marks. So don't hesitate. Stick to your point. Provide the necessary argument that's necessary for your point to prove right. But what is important is a proper sentence construction. So whatever line you're going to write it properly. Don't make your answer longer and like just you are going to get 8 marks. There is only the marks allotted, that much marks only you are going to get. So no unnecessary words are necessary. But whatever you're going to write that properly. Next, like in this, then I have told you there will be 4 short answers. There will be synonym, like synonyms of heart. I have already told you how to find synonyms. If you are unable to know, if you don't know the meaning of certain word, then how will you find? But let's see, this is a synonym of heart. You know the meaning of heart. It will be very easy. So don't hesitate. Don't just get nervous. Don't just get nervous. The word which means the same as a style or a method of cooking. Method of cooking. Okay, the question is method of cooking. Here the antonym of simple. So these are the objectives. So when finding this type of question, a style or method of cooking, the options are cuisine, gourmet, gastric, science. In case you don't know the answer, what will you do? Again, you will just omit the wrong answer. You know, method of cooking does not mean science. You know, method of cooking does not mean gastric. You know these words. These are common words. So the question is between cuisine and gourmet. So you know which word, the word which means same as in paragraph 4. So just need to find in paragraph 4 which of the word is mentioned there and just find out that word's meaning. Okay. Then antonym of agreeable. See, everywhere you can see the main thing is the paragraph is mentioned. So don't look for the whole passage. Just look in the particular paragraph that is mentioned. So in this way you will find all those answers over here. Everything is hidden in the passage. And for opinion taking, write down your opinion. Be very frank while writing your opinion. Express yourself. No one is going to judge you. No one is going to tell you, okay, you're wrong or you're right. Just English is all about expressing yourself. Just express your thoughts on your own words. It will be brilliant. The examiners will be impressed if your own thought is expressed. Don't feel shy to write whatever you want to write, but with proper sentence construction and a relevant thought. Don't write something from anywhere, taking something from anywhere else. Just write what is the relevant answer. Have that relevancy, have that link with the question, and write your opinion. Okay, so this is how we will be doing these two paragraphs in case they come in your examination. And I'm very sure, I'm telling you repeatedly, the paragraphs are the most scoring portions and they are absolutely easy. Answers will be all in front of your eyes. This is the most easiest section that you can do, and you can score the highest portion from this section. So just relax when you get this, and the first portion is going to be this one. So just relax and in an entertaining and in a relaxing manner just read the paragraphs and just read the passage and just answer it very lightly. It is not at all difficult. Okay.